The world knows Gabriel Batistuta as Batigol, the merciless predator capable of destroying opposing goals with his thunderbolt kicks. In the 90s, his name was a terror for the world's best defenders in Serie A. But did you know that behind every shot fired by the striker, there's a brilliant conductor who orchestrates every attack with elegance? Without his delightful passes, Batigol's history at Fiorentina might not be as legendary as it is. And that player is Rui Costa. On the 29th of March 1972, Rui Manuel Cesar Costa was born in Amadora, a suburb of Lisbon, about a quarter of an hour's drive from the city center. As a child, the name Fiorentina probably didn't cross his mind, as he was a die-hard Benfica fan. Even his junior career was honed at the club. At the age of 5, he already impressed Portuguese and Benfica football legend Eusebio. Young Rui Costa was considered to possess skills above average for his age. Without further ado, young Rui Costa was immediately taken to the Benfica Academy. His dream of becoming a member of the club soon became a reality. Then, in 1990, after years of progressing through the ranks at Benfica, Rui Costa finally earned his promotion to the senior team. However, he didn't immediately secure a place in the first team. In his first season as a professional player, Rui Costa was loaned to AD Faith. He made the most of his loan spell to gain playing time. As a result, Carlos Queiroz, the Portugal under-21 national team coach, called him up to the Portugal squad for the 1991 Junior World Cup. Along with Luis Figo, Rui Costa won the tournament after defeating Brazil in the final on penalties. Even at such a young age, his game captivated many. Carlos Queiroz even praised him, saying, "Rui is a master of the art of directing the ball." His impressive performance with the Portuguese junior national team was what finally made Benfica confident in relying on him in midfield in the 1991-92 season. During approximately 4 seasons strengthening Benfica, together with his compatriot João Pinto, Rui Costa also managed to give 1 Primeira Liga trophy and 1 League Cup trophy for Benfica. Unfortunately, in 1994, Benfica was forced to sell him due to a financial crisis. Barcelona and Fiorentina emerged as leading contenders to sign him. However, Rui Costa turned down all offers due to his love for Benfica. However, Fiorentina refused to give up and returned with a larger offer. Unbeknownst to the player, Benfica immediately accepted. Rui Costa, learning that he had been secretly sold, was ultimately forced to leave for Italy. Although Rui Costa was saddened by his departure from Benfica, he was also happy because his transfer to Italy saved his beloved club from bankruptcy. Rui Costa joined Fiorentina in the summer of 1994 for a fee of €6 million. He arrived at a time when the club, nicknamed La Viola, was struggling to climb back up to Serie A after being relegated. Indeed, his arrival at Fiorentina proved crucial in the team's revival, marking a historic milestone for the Artemio Franchi faithful. At that time, Fiorentina was coached by Claudio Ranieri, who was in need of a player who could control the tempo of the game, and in Gabriel Batistuta, a striker who was eager to find a partner who could bring out all his goal instincts. Newcomer Rui Costa was happy to do so. Rui Costa's presence seemed to be the missing piece of the puzzle for Batistuta. If Batistuta was the sharp sword, then Rui Costa was the hand that swung it with precision. It didn't take long for them to understand each other. On the pitch, Rui and Batigol's chemistry was almost telepathic. Rui Costa knew exactly where Batistuta was going to run, even before the Predator himself took a step. In a Serie A era filled with formidable defenders like Maldini and Baresi, Rui Costa possessed a rare ability, consistently finding the narrowest gaps. He was a classic, selfless trequartista. The statistics may highlight Batistuta's goals, but for La Viola fans, the true beauty lies in the process. A through ball that splits the defense, a lofted pass that falls right in front of Batistuta. This is why Batigol can score from any position. Rui Costa is the lifeblood, while Batistuta is the executioner. He enjoyed his role as a servant so much that he barely scored goals from his own feet, but Rui Costa wasn't that type of player. He once said, "It's creating goals that gives me satisfaction, not just scoring them." And serving Batistuta was the easiest job in the world, he said. To us, they weren't just a tandem, but proof that football is all about harmony. However, his first goal for Fiorentina was a great one, and came after 7 games in the 1994-95 season against Padova with an assist from Batistuta. At the end of Rui Costa's first season at Fiorentina, he was only able to bring La Viola to a 10th place finish. However, Batigol had bagged 26 goals and managed to become capocannoniere, namely as the top scorer in Serie A. And most of the Bombers' goals were assisted by the Portuguese playmaker, who ended the season with 9 goals himself, which earned him the nickname Il Maestro from the Italian press. In the following season, Fiorentina's performance was better, finishing 4th in the final Serie A standings. However, Batistuta's number of goals was not as many as the previous season, as were Rui Costa's goals and assists. However, this season marked the pinnacle of the Portuguese player's career at the Artemio Franchi. Fiorentina won the Coppa Italia by defeating Atalanta 3-0 on aggregate, and the Italian Super Cup by defeating AC Milan 2-1. This was their first major trophy in over 20 years. Gabriel Batistuta was the star of the show, scoring twice at the San Siro in the Supercoppa final. While Batistuta took center stage during their trophy-winning campaign, Rui Costa was the Viola's driving force, producing an understated midfield masterclass. He masterminded 2 brilliant assists, including a lofted pass into the box against Milan, a pass reminiscent of Ronald de Boer's pass to Dennis Bergkamp at the 1998 World Cup. In the following 2 seasons, Fiorentina's performance fluctuated again, finishing 9th in 1996-97 and 5th in 1997-98. They didn't even win a trophy in either season. Fiorentina's squad underwent a reshuffle in the 1998-99 season. Players like Toldo, Batistuta, Rui Costa, and Edmundo, who were brought in 1997, were retained. Giovanni Trapattoni, Fiorentina's manager that season, brought in several new players, including Thomas Repka, Jörg Heinrich, and Guillermo Amor. Indeed, the squad established Fiorentina as a new force in Serie A. The Gigliati were crowned title contenders alongside Milan and Lazio. Furthermore, Batistuta and Rui Costa's performances were increasingly terrifying for their rivals. The top 3 teams from the previous season, Juventus, Inter Milan, and Udinese, were all thrashed by Fiorentina in the first round. Defending champions Juventus were silenced 1-0, Inter lost 3-1, and Udinese were defeated 1-0. Fiorentina spent a total of 18 weeks at the top of the table in the 1998-99 season. Batistuta and Rui Costa formed a deadly trio in Serie A that season, scoring 31 goals, with Batistuta scoring 21 and Rui Costa scoring 10. Both were behind Oliver Bierhoff and Leonardo of Milan, who had the same number of goals. Unfortunately, Batistuta's serious injury that season ended Fiorentina's hopes of a Serie A title, as they could only manage a 3rd-place finish. However, that season was Fiorentina's best in the last 2 decades. A third-place finish secured Fiorentina's place in the Champions League in the 1999-2000 season. This also prompted Fiorentina's management to strengthen their squad, recruiting Enrico Chiesa and Abel Balbo from Parma and Angelo Di Livio from Juventus. Not content with Chiesa and Batistuta up front, Fiorentina brought in Predrag Mijatovic from Real Madrid. In the Champions League, Fiorentina's progress was halted in the second group stage. Despite this, the Fiorentina squad that season was enough to overwhelm teams like Barcelona, Arsenal, and Manchester United. Unfortunately, the 1999-2000 season was Batistuta's last at the Stadio Artemio Franchi before he moved to AS Roma the following season to pursue the Scudetto. Despite Batigol's absence, Rui Costa managed to deliver the Coppa Italia for Fiorentina in the 2000-2001 season, his final title with La Viola before being sold to AC Milan. He played for Fiorentina for 7 seasons, making Rui Costa fall in love with the people of Florence and love Fiorentina. Unfortunately, in the summer of 2001, he repeated his bitter experience at Benfica. He was once again sacrificed to save the club's finances. Rui Costa's reaction was the same as before. He once again cried after being forced to leave the team he had grown to love. He was bought by AC Milan for 41.32 million euros, approximately 718.14 billion rupiah, making him the third highest transfer value in AC Milan history to date. However, it was with the Rossoneri that he finally achieved everything. During his 5 seasons with AC Milan, Rui Costa won several prestigious titles. Starting from the Champions League and Coppa Italia in the 2002-2003 season, the UEFA Super Cup in 2003, the Scudetto in the 2003-2004 season, and the Italian Super Cup in 2004. Rui Costa then decided to return home in 2006 to play for his childhood club, Benfica. He retired from the club in 2008. Rui Costa will be remembered not just for what he achieved, but also for how he achieved it. His playing style seemed effortless, and in some ways it did become effortless over time, but it was his work ethic and academy education that nurtured his talent. His presence on the pitch may also seem effortless, but it wasn't. He embodied the Italian style of football, giving him the daring aura of a true rebel roaming the pitch. His style even influenced a whole generation of boys who watched Italian football. Every time Rui Costa got the ball, there was a feeling that anything could happen, so unpredictable was his play.